So I will just do another duel and get right back into the story. I apologize, peoples. Come on, seriously? You, let's go. Um, Scissors. You too. Um, so basically, there were supposed to be 4 people working on the cough and cold team, and even with 4 people, it's still supposed to take 8 hours. Yeah, I know, it's freaking ridiculous, but it actually went kind of smoothly because there was actually it's supposed. How many people did I say? That's 8. I said 4. Okay, I said 4. I thought I said 8. So but actually there was actually 5 people because I don't really count as a person. Now, hold on. They actually said this to me. They're like, you don't count as a person, and you don't get paid. The but they didn't really explain why. And then you look at the people on the team, and it's Miss Celia, which is an elderly white lady. There's Mr. Jeff, who's an elderly white man. There's James, who is a young white man, and then there's Emily, who's a young white lady. And then there's me, and I'm not white. I'm black. So basically, they were basically saying that I don't count as a person on the team, and uh, it was just like, this is getting kind of racist. But then we're like, oh, no, it's because you're still a trainee and you don't get paid the same rate as us because you don't have to clock your time and various things like that. Trying to make it seem like they weren't trying to be racist. But I know what they're getting at. I'm just kidding. I'm not really wanting to be offended like that. But I got what they meant. So, what usually would take usually that long because you only have 4 people. We actually have 5 people. There are 5 sections of the shelf, so each person got a section, so it's pretty chill. And when I mean like this cough and cold section, I mean like it is like they want a particular cough and cold in a certain area. Oh, what am I facing? Dino rabbits? I think I'm facing dino rabbits. Um, so it's like you take the cough and cold off a shelf, and then you look at the schematic, and you're like, well, where do they want this particular cough and cold and this particular cough and cold? So basically, you just got to go through the hassles of searching for these various things on a teeny tiny shelf, and it was just a hassle finding these things. Okay, so you're gonna attack me. Now this is how it went down. We each started working on our section of the shelf, and for some reason I just had the hardest time just finding the particular item that they wanted, and it was really frustrating. Um, we were all working on the shelf, and then after a while, one of them would be like, "Oh, okay, can I go take a smoke break?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, sure." "Oh, can I go take my lunch break?" "Oh, yeah, sure." "Can I take this?" "Okay." "Oh, yeah, sure." In the end, like everybody took at least a break or 2. I never took a break. And when it came to the amount of shelves your section stacked on the shelf, I was actually the slowest. Even though they took their lunch break and took their smoke breaks, I was still behind everybody else. It was very frustrating. I mean, I get that I'm the new guy and all, but it was still crazy frustrating that I couldn't just keep up with everybody. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna do that because I don't know what the heck that card is. Air Force, alright. That's fine. Set that, and I'll set that. And now my turn. Uh, so I was just trying to keep up with everybody, and I just couldn't. The day was going slow. But in the end, I finished my section shelf. Everybody finished their section of the shelf, and basically we're just playing cleanup and getting all organized and stuff at the end. Now, don't tell anybody this. It's actually kind of illegal. But if you take like if you take more than five hours of work or more, you have to take a lunch break. But I basically made a deal with my team leader that I can either A, take the lunch break and leave at my regular time, or don't take a lunch break and leave early. Now, I know 8 hours is a long time to go without food, but I'm perfectly fine with it. So, I don't know what this guy's planning on doing. So I was like perfectly fine with not taking lunch break. So if I would have took my lunch break, I would have left work at 2:30. or I could have not took my lunch break and I left at 1:45. So I think it was definitely worth it. So that is gone. That is gone. Effect. You, I will get my terror incarnate, and I will F your crap up with him because you won't have him, but you might have another one in your hand. I don't know. Uh, you know what? I think I'm pretty much done. End phase. Effect? I already know what the effect is. So, yeah, like near the end of the job, basically, Celia, the team leader, was asking me to like move these crates, and I was like, okay. And she's like, put them to the back. I was like, okay, put them to the back, and then do what? And she never answered me, and then she just walked off. So we basically had to like take the crates, put them in a corner where no one it wouldn't be in the way, and go find her. And I was like, "What do you want me to do with the crates?" She's like, "Oh, sorry, I got distracted." It's like, thanks. I was trying to uh, do this job, and you basically just flaked on me. But you know, it was perfectly fine. I got the job done, and I got paid for my time that I did. And so uh, I got off at 1:45 and just hopped in my car and started driving home. Now, it's still a half an hour drive back, but this time it wasn't early in the morning. It was in the mid afternoon. So it was, and I live in Vegas, so the temperature was pretty warm, even though it's fall. So I was just uh, driving home, and I decided that when it comes to driving and wind blowing in my face, I hate wind blowing in my face. So usually I would just roll down the windows and just drive on a regular street, and the wind wouldn't be blowing in my face that bad. But I was driving on a freeway, so you know that near player to each time a player. Well, I don't want that because I don't know what it does, and I don't want that. So get rid of that. That. You're gonna get rid of it? That. Activated MST. That. Thank you. I know what you were planning on doing. You were planning on doing that stupid Archfiend guy and trying to discard a card from my hand or whatever, so no. Sure. Effect. I get my ultimate nightmare. And he's even scarier, so yeah. Now what are you gonna do? End your turn? Alright. I drew Phoenix. Great. Out of all the cards to draw. What do I want to do? You know what? I'll just set a British Dragon right now and just end my turn. Maybe next turn I'll just eat a level off of Yubel, summon level leader, and then tribute him for Phoenix. That's pretty much what I'm planning on doing. I don't know what that card is. Level eat eater. Eat a level off of Yubel. So eat a level off of Yubel and special summon. Then I will send that to the grave and that to the grave to normal summon Phoenix. I will turn Yubel to defense because that's probably a mirror force. So I'll attack. And on my turn. Yeah, I'm Mirror Force 2. I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Totally forgot to tell you about the drive on the way there with more detail because I forgot part of it. Driving on the freeway is actually 65 miles per hour. But you know I gotta be a badass. Badass over here. Yeah. I decided to drive 75 because I wanted to drive faster. And while I was driving 75, everybody was still passing me up. It was ridiculous. I think those people were going like 90. I was like, holy crap. So they were just zooming past me, zoom, zoom, zoom. And I was like, what the heck am I doing wrong here? So, That's part of the story. Because I gotta tell you how fast I was driving, because it'll lead up to the end drive. So, basically, the end drive, um, I was going my 75. People were still passing me up, so I was like, bump this. So I freaking sped up to whatever speed they were going to, and I was keeping up. I think we were going like 90 on the freeway, so like 30, 25 miles per hour faster than we were supposed to be going. So then all of a sudden, everybody just got really slow. Like everybody just slowed down to uh, the regular speed, and I was like, what the heck? So we're all clumped up together going 65 instead of just spreading out, going all fast, swerving like we were like in some Need for Speed movie. And then I saw the reason why we all slowed down. There was a basically an officer of the law. Well, not officer of the law, basically highway patrol. Basically just going this limit, and everybody wanted to slow down to make sure that they wouldn't get pulled over or caught for speeding. So we all slowed down. And then I thought, okay, so I was like, okay, so we don't have to speed. I can keep up with everybody else. I won't get dusted. That's cool. So then all of a sudden, the even the highway patrolman took off and started speeding. And then everybody and their mothers took off and started speeding with him. So I got left in the dust going the speed limit again. So then I tried to catch up, and then all of a sudden everybody slowed down again. And the reason why this time everybody slowed down is because one particular person sped up and went faster and passed the patrol officer. So, when are you going to take out my Phoenix? Ah, you can take it out. I don't really care. Um, so this guy sped up and went past the highway patrol officer and got pulled over for it. That's pretty funny that everybody's speeding, but you speed a little bit more faster than the patrol officer, you get pulled over and get in trouble. I think that's pretty funny. I turn him to attack, I'll turn him to defense, and I will set him, and I will set this, and I'll end my turn. I forgot to attack Utopia. Oops, so he gives the material. My bad. My bad. Totally forgot about that. Anyway, I'm just so into the story that I'm not even really paying attention to the duel. Alright. So, basically, uh, the the patrol officer basically just went on his merry way, and I continued to speed. Now, farther up on the freeway, like near my side of town, I was back in Vegas at this point. Uh, I don't want that. Everybody started slowing down because basically traffic kind of clumped up all together. So it got to the point where we went like 35 on the freeway. And you guys remember I'm telling you about how my car hates to go slow. Apparently, after going 65, 70, 80, 90, and then slowing down to 35, my car hated that. So it did its thing. And I was in the middle of the freeway, so I can't just shut off my car and just turn it back on. So basically, I continued. The highway started speeding up, and I had to go that speed. So, oh my god, going like 60 miles per hour in first gear, I've never done that in my car before. So basically, I was going 60, 60 in my first gear in my car, and then I heard a ding, and that ding basically means that my car was running hot from driving in first gear. So, my car was running hot, and if I kept on pushing it, my car was basically just gonna just shut off on me right in the middle of the freeway, and that would be very, very dangerous. So basically, I slowed it down to 50. People were honking at me, getting all mad because I was going slower than what I was supposed to. But what could I do? I don't want my car to explode or just shut down. That would be even worse than just slowing down. So people were honking, passing by me, but I was like, I'm cool, I'm cool. So basically, I was just going a little bit slower than the speed limit I was supposed to be going on the highway. But in the end, I finally got to the point I actually get off of the highway. So I got off, and since I didn't take my lunch, you guys know that I must have been hungry, and I was. So I was like, I could go home, or I could go to Subway, because Subway was like right there. So basically, I was like, if my car cools down, I'm gonna go to Subway. But if it doesn't, then uh, hmm, what do I want to do? I'm not even really paying attention to the duel, guys. Send again to the grave for normal summon Doom Shaman. Effect, I will view my deck, and, I'm probably gonna get an Armageddon Knight. Do I want an Armageddon Knight? Do I want an Armageddon Knight? What do I want? I got one of my choices. Debris, not really. Tomato and Armageddon Knight. Ah, forget it. Armageddon Knight. Um, battle phase. Attack. Attack. Okay. And I'm done. I don't know what this guy's planning on doing. He is in a predicament right now. Anyway, so I was like, so when I got off the freeway and I started getting on the main street, the lights and stuff, so my car started cooling down. But it was kind of funny because it was like I was sitting at the light, and the temperature meter started going down, 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 down. Then as soon as I like even pressed my foot on the pedal and just like maybe started to just speed up a little bit to leave to go, uh, my car just started heating up again. But I was already on the right side of the street where the subway is, and then the left, I would have to be on the left side, near the left side, to make a left turn to go to my house. So I was already there. So I was like, you know what? Bump this. I'm just gonna go to Subway and grab me something to eat. So, the speed started to slow down. Okay. So you negate my activation and destroy me. I guess that's how it goes. I'm not sure if I played that right, but you know what? I don't really care. So, right now the windows are still rolled up and the air was still blowing, which probably mean one of the reasons why the car was running hot. So, you know what I decided to do? I decided to, just turn, uh, turn the air off, roll down the windows because I was on a main street now, and, just try to keep the car cool. And my music was still playing, and as soon as it just naturally happened like a phenomenon or something. But as soon as I rolled up my windows, my music was up pretty loud because I could hear it, and turn off the air. What song came on and started playing? You guys have all heard it. Yep, Gundam Style. So, for effect, I will get my Dark Tinker, and I will sink 8. So send that to the grave, that to the grave. I don't really care. I don't really want Tinker's effect. It doesn't really matter. Who should we go with? Let's go with Black Budrago. It's always the Black Budrago, the big beast himself. And now my turn. So, as soon as I rolled on the window, Gundam Style started playing. So, basically I was just bumping it Gundam Style, and since we were all in close quarters, do I want to chain anything? Do I want to chain anything? You know what? I'll chain that. Chain that. Summon, Yubel. Is destroyed. I get the effect. So I get to special summon Terra Incarnate. I don't want to activate that, and I can't activate that. Well, I could, but I don't want to. Alright, so, I was just blasting the Gundam Style then, since we were all in tight quarters and because the street was crowded. Because basically, the street I'm on was a main street in the city of Las Vegas. It is, basically it's a 4-lane street, and because of construction it went down to a 2-lane street merging into a 1-lane street. So everybody's driving really slow, and I'm just sitting here bumping Gundam Style, and everybody and their mother has heard Gundam Style. And, basically, I I was stopped and pulled next to a minivan with their soccer mom, and she had her children in the back. And then they looked over at me. I looked over at them, and they were dancing, doing their Gangnam style. It was actually pretty funny. All right, good game. For me or for you? I don't know. You gotta admit defeat. So I set that and battle fees attack. Yep. All right. All right. So I'm gonna finish off the story. Uh, so they're just dancing, doing their Gangnam style. Everybody's doing the Gangnam style. So basically, I just basically started a little traffic party right in the middle of town. Everybody dancing the Gangnam style, not bobbing their heads and doing the dance. So finally made it to Subway. Uh, Basically just bought some subs, went home and ate them, and I actually got home at like 2:30, and I could have done the video, but I've already set the pre-recorded and scheduled for that video yesterday, and I was tired as fuck. So basically, I let it do the scheduled upload, and I just went to sleep. I just walked upstairs. Mom was like, "Are you going to take a nap?" I didn't answer her. I just hopped into bed. I didn't take my contacts out, so I paid for that. I didn't even take off my work clothes. I just jumped into bed and fell asleep like a good, I think like I fell asleep for like 4 or 5 hours. I was just knocked out cold. Woke up, my eyes were hurting from the contacts, and basically I just took out my contacts, went downstairs, and you know how I felt like after I took a nap and I should have been refreshed and ready to. Nope, I was tired. Right after I took this nap, I was tired. I wanted to go right back to sleep. But I just stayed up for a little bit, watched a few more YouTube videos and such, played a little bit Mabinogi, and then I went back to sleep. So that was my day. That was my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it kept you guys amused. But basically, do the usual. Um, Basically, I'm gonna put a note for the deck because you guys saw that the deck was actually running pretty well besides the duels I had, and so I'll post a note for that, and I'll basically post a note so you guys can click. There's actually a part 2 of the Borderlands 2 video asking you guys basically, should I play Borderlands 2, and I don't want to go too in depth in it because the video is already long enough. So basically, just click the note; it will take you straight there to the part 2 video. So do the usual, like, comment, subscribe. Won't count that exotic deck because he cheated, so I'll count that second duel. So 7-1. I don't know what you guys think, but anyway, do the usual, like, comment, subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.